Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, lived 5 little monkeys and their mama. These monkeys were full of energy, always tumbling and jumping and having the best of times. One evening, after a delicious dinner of bananas and berries, it was time for bed. Mama tucked them in, gave each of them a kiss on the forehead, and said, "Good night, my little monkeys. No more jumping on the bed." But were the little monkeys sleepy? Oh, not at all. As soon as Mama closed the door, the first little monkey, the bravest of them all, whispered, "Let's jump." The others giggled, and, one by one, they all stood up on the big bouncy bed. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Ouch! That must have hurt. He started to cry a little bit. Mama heard the thump and the cry and rushed into the room. She scooped up the little monkey, checked his head, and gave him a big comforting hug. Then she picked up the phone and called the doctor. The doctor listened carefully and said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." So Mama put the first little monkey back into bed with an ice pack on his little bump and looked at the others. "Now, what did the doctor say?" she asked. "No more jumping," they all shouted. But, as you might guess, as soon as Mama left, the giggles started again. Now there were 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped her head. Oh dear! She tumbled right onto a soft pile of laundry, but her head still got a little bonk. She let out a small whimper. Mama came in again, a worried look on her face. She gently checked the little monkey's head and gave her a kiss to make it feel better. Mama called the doctor again. And what do you think the doctor said? That's right. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Mama tucked the second monkey back in, right next to her brother. She reminded the others, "Please, my darlings, be careful. It's time to sleep." The remaining 3 monkeys nodded, their eyes wide. "We will, Mama," they promised. For a minute it was quiet, but the bed looked so bouncy. And jumping was just so much fun. Soon enough, there were 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Goodness me! He did a somersault in the air and landed with a soft thud on the rug. Oh-ee! He cried out. Mama sighed and hurried back in. She checked his head, gave him a cuddle, and, you guessed it, she called the doctor. The very patient doctor answered the phone and said, with a very firm voice, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Mama settled the 3rd little monkey in bed with the others. Now half the bed was full of monkeys with little bumps. "All right," Mama said, pointing a finger, "no more jumping. Do you understand?" The last 2 monkeys looked at each other and nodded seriously. "Yes, Mama." But you know how it is when you're with your best friend and something is just too fun to stop. So, 2 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped her head. Oh no! She bounced right off the edge and landed on her favorite teddy bear. It cushioned her fall, but she still bumped her little head. Mama rushed in, shaking her head. She knew what she had to do. She hugged the 4th little monkey, checked her head, and called the doctor one more time. The doctor sounded a little tired now. "Please," the doctor said, "tell those monkeys, no more jumping on the bed." Mama tucked the 4th monkey in. Now only 1 little monkey was left standing on the bed. He looked at his 4 brothers and sisters, all tucked in with their little bumps. He looked at the big, empty, bouncy space on the bed. He felt very, very tempted. He took a tiny little bounce, and then another. 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Can you believe it? The very last one. He slid right off the mattress and bumped his head on the wooden bed frame. Wow! He cried, the loudest of all. Mama came in for the final time that night. She picked up her last little monkey and held him close. She didn't even need to call the doctor this time. She knew exactly what he would say. She tucked the last little monkey into bed with all the others. Now there were 5 little monkeys lying in the bed, all with little bumps on their heads. Mama looked at them, and they looked back at her with sleepy, sorry eyes. Now, said Mama, what have we learned tonight? The 5 little monkeys said all together. No more jumping on the bed. Mama smiled, turned on their nightlight, and gave each one another goodnight kiss. That's right, she whispered. Now, go to sleep, my little monkeys. And this time, they did. All 5 little monkeys snuggled down under the covers and fell fast asleep, dreaming of bananas and jungle jams, but definitely not of jumping on the bed. Thank you so much for joining our story time today. I hope you enjoyed the adventure of the 5 little monkeys. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun stories. We love reading with you. See you next time. Goodbye.